absolutely, I did. After, it was probably December of last year, that I took certain steps that I felt I was authorized to take that had hopefully the end result shutting down and making this a defunct organization that is an employee association. The places where I did have the authority is the Ticonderoga Police Department website. When I had complete control of that, where I ordered that be shut down.
And that wasn't until after I contacted the Attorney General's office, though.
Oh, that was after you brought, or after concerns
After I got the
were brought
letter
to
from
the town supervisor, the police commissioners, and all members of the town board. That before I took these actions, I consulted in an executive session with the people who I'm answerable to. The other items that I have control over, that is a separate and distinct organization. It's an employee association. It's not a function of the town. It's not a function of the police department. But what I do have control over is the actions of my members. Because that is not being run properly, and I'm sure that the Attorney General's office is going to come back reporting that it didn't have necessary officers to be run as a charitable organization, etc. I said, I don't want my officers that are employed for me being involved in that organization, especially my command level staff members are prohibited from, even if it does become properly run employee association, the chief of police or sergeants are not going to be executive officers of that organization.
But you knew that it was being run incorrectly for how many years, and you didn't say anything?
And again, I'm not debating, I'm just telling you the steps that I felt comfortable taking to really, from this point forward, putting an end to the organization.
And that's great that there's an end to it, but that doesn't make it okay if he's collected $20 from 50 people in our community and hasn't given them their money back. Where'd the money go?
Attorney General will find that out.
I hope so. I hope somebody does.
Well, it will be investigated thoroughly, and he will give us a report, or I'm sorry, he will give the commissioners a report,
Okay.
and they will do as he suggests.
Now, I had also suggested that maybe something be put in the paper, this was quite a while back, just saying that, you know, if these people who did buy a ticket would like to get their money back, to contact the person in charge of the PBA, or the police department, or the town supervisor.
Again,
Is that-
really, that's why we're considering this as a legal matter, is at the point when the town supervisor and chief of police start directing that employee association what to do, we become running that employee association. That is not a position. I don't want to be the president of an organization that's being run improperly. The supervisor doesn't. It's not the town's organization. It's an employee association, and really we have to figure out whether we have, or whether we want, or whether it would be advisable for us to start making executive decisions for this defunct charitable organization.
But you understand how any community member would relate that to the police department, which makes our police department look bad as a whole. And when you see a bank statement that in these checks coming in from other area local businesses that are being addressed to one of your officers going to your police station, everything, and I mean, you don't advertise for other nonprofit organizations on your webpage, correct?
We don't advertise for any anymore.
Not anymore, right, but.
And one other thing, any mail coming in to Ticonderoga Police Department will be returned to sender, except for bank statements. Recommendation, and again, it's not an executive decision, it's only a recommendation that I've made, is the funds that that PBA still has in that bank account. The only reason I haven't, it's $196 that's 10 tickets. You said there's 3 people out there that you're aware of?
Only that I know of,
Yeah,
correct.
tell them to contact that, have that PDA, because I recommended, hey, keep that bank account going. If you still have people that are saying that.
But he should know who he gave money back to and who he didn't.
He should.
Again, that was another thing that was brought up. He had actually told supervisor that he threw some away, that he found in his locker, I guess, that were accidentally thrown away. How many was that? Was that one that was thrown away? Was it 20? People don't know, because when you buy a raffle ticket from someone, especially when it's to do with a police department, you assume that you trust that person. You put your trust in them, and you assume that if you didn't get a call, then they went ahead and did the raffle and you just didn't win. So you throw your slip away. So how is someone supposed to prove that they bought one? I mean, 20 people could come in here tomorrow morning and say, I bought a ticket. Are you gonna make them prove that they bought it, but not make him prove that he's paid everybody back?
It's not a matter of being discussed in the public forum, but because.
Well, I've sent the supervisor 3 emails, and apparently it's not to be discussed through email either, because I don't get any response.
And he's, I'm sure he's in receipt of those, but.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Again, it's really, you're not a member of this town board, you're not a town lawyer. The discussions are being had, the decisions are being made, really.
But I am a community member, and I am a taxpayer, and I feel as if I have an issue and I contact my town supervisor, I should get at least a response.
Then you should have. It's not like I was not getting back to you, because I have a good reason, except that you're one of many people bombarding a new supervisor, and this is certainly an important issue, and I don't have any question with this to share with you. I think I'm learning the ropes just like everyone else is regarding this particular type of issue and how to go about doing it properly. And the worst thing the thing I would not want to do is jump the gun on something and jeopardize a reputation of an officer.
I completely agree.
You know, so
And that's why I first went to the chief to have it quietly looked at to see if there was anything going on. I didn't see why, there should be an issue if he was to just say, there's been a complaint. Why don't we take a look at the bank statements? Why don't we, make sure that everybody got paid back from this raffle that you did? Nothing was done though. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, well,
May I know I sell tickets or have sold tickets for the fire department many times. And to be honest with you, I couldn't go out and say, I sold you one, I sold you one, I sold you one.
But you should have the other part of that.
If they don't call me and say, hey, I bought a ticket, could I get reimbursed for it? Then I would have no idea, because I don't write down every person I sell a ticket to. I may meet a guy on the street, hey, you got a ticket? Yeah.
But this
no,
was
I don't sketch it down.
But when you buy a ticket and you wrote down your name and your number, and you had to give that to them, because they would have to contact you if you won. So he should have held on to those, and if he didn't do it, he could have called each person and said, we didn't make enough money, we have to give you back your money because we're not gonna do the raffle.
I'm not sure
But
how
we're
that
3
was run.
years later.
I'm not sure how that was run, so I can't really say on that, but I know with ours, yes, our tickets are numbered and everything, but I don't keep a copy of all them tickets and who I sold it to and everything.
So if
Because
I just came up to you and said, hey, I bought a ticket from you, you're just gonna give me money back?
personally, if I thought I was selling tickets and you come up and said you bought a ticket from me, I'd give you your $20 back, whether you did or not. But that's my view.
So if 30 people come in and say they bought a ticket then tomorrow, I don't know where he's gonna find the money to pay them all back.
That there is something that's got to be ironed out with the lawyer, the commissioners, and whatever in the attorney general. And until that happens, there